What's up? It is Josh from Alpha Shark Studios doing a review of the online component of the long-anticipated Modern Warfare 3. Okay, right, so to start off with, what is Modern Warfare 3 Online all about? Well, unsurprisingly, it's a first-person shooter in which two teams of around 8 are pitched against each other to complete some sort of objective. Now, this objective can vary from killing everyone on the other team to defending a small patch of land or setting a bomb outside your ex-girlfriend's house. My favourite is a game called Kill Confirmed, where all players drop dog tags on death. You score points by picking up dog tags your enemies have dropped, and you also go around collecting dog tags your allies have dropped to stop the other team from scoring them. At the beginning of each game, no matter what the objective is, each player selects a class which is customized by themselves beforehand. Each class determines their primary weapon, which could be anything from a heavy machine gun to a sniper rifle or a shotgun or an assault rifle. They also have a secondary weapon, which is usually a pistol. You also get equipment, which are all sorts of grenades and gadgets and things that you throw at other enemies. You also get 3 perks, which offer you certain abilities which make you a little bit better, such as quicker reload, or seeing enemy explosive devices, or being invisible to radar. You also get a selection of kill streaks, which you get when you kill a certain number of enemies without dying. Of course, better kill streaks require you to kill more enemies without dying. These kill streaks can be anything from airdrops to bombing runs or even revealing enemies on the radar. And that's the multiplayer in a nutshell, really. I think my favourite thing about it is the customizability of the classes. Any player can have whichever weapon they want combined with whatever grenades they want combined with whatever perks they want. You can have set classes, but they're rubbish basically, so every player goes straight into building their own. You can also unlock things for the weapons, so you can add a silencer on or maybe a red dot sight. You can even add shotgun attachments onto some, which I think really lets players choose what they want for any given moment. A really satisfying element of the game are the kill streaks. They are really cool, and you can tailor it to either bring in a UAV, which lets you see where all enemies are on the map, which really helps your team, or it could be more personal, and you could bring in a helicopter to mow down anyone it sees. If you're a hardcore gamer, then you will really like this game. I mean, most of the players that I play with are all in it to win it. They're not here for a casual play where, if you die a few times, it doesn't really matter. No, they are focused on winning. And, that's the kind of environment that a hardcore gamer really wants if they can't stand an incompetent team. I'm not much of a hardcore gamer myself, but I do find it rather amusing when kids half my age start making sexual comments towards my mother, who they've never met, because I died in a computer game. The gameplay itself also has a few major flaws, often exploited by these juvenile arseholes. Such techniques include camping, dropping, and quickscoping. Camping is where you sit it out in one location with all the corners covered so that anyone who walks through is instantly mullered by yourself. Dropping is a technique where you see someone, and as you start shooting at them, you drop your player to the floor. Now, it takes less than a second for you to drop to the floor, and you can keep shooting at the person who you're shooting at. Meanwhile, they are shooting at the thin air that you're leaving behind as you're dropping. The last one is quickscoping, which is due to the fact that the aiming time for snipers is ridiculously short. This means that people can quickly lift up their scope and shoot you straight off. It's very hard for me to explain these, but if you do ever play the game, you will understand what I mean the moment you get killed by someone who uses these cowardly tactics. Earlier I said that the kill streaks are awesome, but the novelty soon wears off. Eventually it becomes very annoying because the people who are doing very well in the game get kill streaks, which enables them to do even better, which then leads them to get more kill streaks, which means they do even better, and so on. This means that people who aren't doing so well are then dying more because of the kill streaks, and this basically spreads out the leaderboard so that you get people at the top who are doing monstrously well, and people at the bottom who are just getting slaughtered again and again and again by these people and their kill streaks. My biggest problem with the game is its narrow gameplay. Every match requires the same run and gun tactics. No matter what map you're on, no matter what game you're playing, no matter what class you're choosing, it's the same. If you're using whatever gun, you are always just running around shooting people. I know people will say, well, what do you expect from a first-person shooter? But it just makes the game mind-numbingly tedious doing the same thing again and again. The first half an hour, I admit, is fun. But after that, you feel, oh, here we go again. You select the same class, you run around with the same weapon, and when you die, you come back and you go out with the same weapon and the same grenades, and you shoot more people, and then you die, and then you come back again. I mean, it reminds me of a job, but the game just lacks any variety, and in the end it just becomes bland, with generic maps that are pretty much the same layout, just in a different place, and all the guns even look the same, and they even do the same thing. I don't know why there's so many of them. I know I'm going to get a lot of hate from Call of Duty fans over this, but I seriously don't get all the hype with this game. I don't get the obsession. I just don't understand the mentality behind sitting down and playing entire evenings on this game. It has no entertainment value. So, my final verdict is a 7.5 out of 10. Admittedly, the game is very good in short-term bursts, especially when playing with friends. It's a blast. But any longer than half an hour and you end up getting annoyed, and the repetitive gameplay just makes you want to go and do something else with your life. May I suggest something a bit less repetitive? Yoga, for example, or knitting, or even watching paint dry. I'll leave the video running now so you can watch the rest of the game if you want to, although I don't really advise it because nothing new or outstanding really happens. That's it from me for now. See you next time, where I'm going to review the campaign of Modern Warfare 3, which I can gladly say is a little bit better than the multiplayer.
Kill confirmed. Enemy care package incoming. Advanced UAV ready. We've taken the lead. Enemy SAM detected. Enemy HEM online. Nighthawk, you are clear. Advanced UAV online. We've lost the lead. Mission failed. We'll be ready next time. Kill confirmed.